Hello everyone, welcome to the British Motorcycling Group. I'm Ian. I'm thrilled to introduce you to the fastest growing motorcycling podcast out there. So whether you're a seasoned rider or you're just starting on two wheels, that does not matter. This podcast is your companion for everything motorcycling. It's a journey into the heart of the motorcycling scene where we bring together riders, amateur mechanics and enthusiasts from all walks of life. It's the first time a podcast has existed for everybody about everything. We don't specify that you've got to have ridden across the world backwards on one wheel with a rabbit on your head, or took, half your life out to explore the far-flung edges of the world. You might have just gone to work and back on your trusty commuter and have some stories to tell us about it. You might have inherited a bike from your dad or from your favourite uncle or from somebody else, and or bought it as a car boot in a box and repaired it and got it back on the road. It could be something as simple as that. It does not have to be what other people might consider some massive expensive journey. So with each episode, we're going to dive into the world of motorcycling like never before. From uncovering the stories behind some stunning restorations and sharing expert riding tips, to exploring those trips across the world's most breathtaking riding locations, or as I said, even just your daily commute to work and back. We've got something for everyone. So our guests come from all over the world. We're called the British Motorcycling Group Podcast, and we have a British Motorcycling Group Facebook page, which you're more than welcome to go and look at. But we're not just about British motorcycles or British motorcyclists. Any bike, any person, all over the world. We're hopefully going to have some exclusive interviews with passionate riders and gain insights into topics like bike maintenance, like planned preventative maintenance before a trip, gear reviews, bike reviews, safe riding practices. Plus we'll explore how that motorcycling world that we all love is constantly evolving all over the world. But this podcast's not just about riding, it's about community. We want you to be part of the story. So are you a rider with an amazing journey to share? Have you tackled unforgettable routes or restored classic bike that deserves a spotlight? Or, as I mentioned, have you just gone to work every day on your trusty Honda 90? Or ridden in some horrific weather and had an adventure to tell? Or some stories from when you were younger, when you were on your moped or your 125 or your old bike with your mates going for a ride around the Peak District, going around the parts of the world that you live in. Just tell us about it. Everybody's interested in listening to people's stories. So we'd love to have you as a guest on the British Motorcycling Group podcast. We're looking for riders from all over the world to join us and share their stories with our rapidly growing audience. Now, to connect with the community, be sure to join our British Motorcycling Group Facebook group. It's a great place to share experiences, exchange advice and meet like-minded readers. And you can find us at facebook.com/groups, the Motorcycling Group. Don't forget also to catch the podcasts on Apple Podcasts or on Amazon or Audible or any other podcast host. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for exclusive video content. When you subscribe, you'll be informed each time there's a new video. Try and do a video every week. We've already done 7 videos with 7 separate guests. Some of those guests have done the most astonishing things, and others have done the most simple, straightforward things in a way that's allowed them to tell their story to us in such an interesting way. Now, we only started 26 days ago, would you believe? And we already have 1,270 subscribers. That's a very, very fast growth. I'm not saying that there aren't podcasts out there that get 1,270 subscribers in 26 days, but they might have had hundreds of thousands before that. So we've got 12 videos, because some of those are podcast videos, they're sound only, and we've had over 8,900 views. And we've only just begun. Now, I said to the first couple of podcast guests and friends and colleagues from the British Motorcycling Group web page on Facebook, when we do this interview and you come and be a guest on here, don't get too worried about it, because we might only have 2 or 3 people watching, literally. 8,900 people. It's probably 9,000 now. That's astonishing. That's a lot of people. And even more astonishing is that when I look at the statistics, it's not people looking at it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute or two. Some of those people are looking at it for the whole podcast, or 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours plus. And that's the real growth, because we can all have, 10,000 people look at 2 or 3 minutes each. But the fact that they're staying engaged and they're interested in what people have got to say, normal, ordinary people, not people with £1 million, not people necessarily who've got, a backup and they've got a brand new bike and, it cost them 30 grand and 10 grand's worth of extras. If you have, wow, how amazing. But if you haven't, and you've spent 500 quid on a bike and bought all your stuff off Facebook Marketplace, and you're still having an adventure, then we want to hear from you as well. So whether you're curious about the best gear to buy, where to get second-hand gear, not helmets, I must say, you need advice on maintaining your bike, or simply love hearing incredible motorcycling stories, this podcast's for you. You will notice that, well, you may not notice, but I can see that lots of our listeners are from the Philippines. That's absolutely amazing. So I'm married to a Filipina, so my child is British and Filipino. Rode there and visited many times. Absolutely love the country and love the people. I'm so proud that people are listening to us from the Philippines. So welcome. And you know what? I would love to have you as a guest on the British Motorcycling Group podcast. So message me, drop me a line on the group. And my name's Ian Richardson, and we're going to do it on Zoom, so you don't have to necessarily fly over to the UK, which is lucky, because that would be dear, expensive. Just come online, tell your story. There are some amazing motorcycling routes around the world, and some astonishing people doing some astonishing things, right from the very ordinary right through to some amazing adventures. We want you to help us celebrate the freedom, the adventure, and the camaraderie of motorcycling, because that's what makes us a positive mental space. That's what gives us our ride. That's what makes the fact that we're riding the adventure. So thanks for tuning in. Can't wait to see you on the British Motorcycling Group. Please hit that subscribe button. Have a look at some of our videos and like it if you don't mind. It costs you nothing. You do not have to pay anything. We're not here to make money. This is not a commercial thing. We are just people, nice people, who like to share our motorcycling world with you, and we want you to share yours with us. It's quite a unique concept, really. So like, subscribe, and please share us amongst people that you know, family, friends, other riders who would like to listen to us as well, and maybe they'd like to come and be a guest on here. So again, my name's Ian. Thanks for coming and having a look at us, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again. Bye bye.